It's just a quick video I'm doing on a noisy pump on an Intex Spa. It's on the motor. So I've ordered some parts from eBay. We're going to go about fixing it. I'm just taking a reading of what the sound levels are at the moment, and we'll do it afterwards and see if it makes any difference. This is the part that I've ordered. Not sure if it's an exact replacement. It's not original, but it comes with the shaft, the impeller. My impeller here has gone bad, and then the two rubbers as well, two rubber mounts that hold it, which I think on mine are a little bit dodgy also. So first thing, we put those inside to block the water going in and through the pump. We'll turn it off first of all. We'll get started. Okay, so they're in place now. They go over the inlet and the outlet, so you have to take the filter housing off. They came with the original hot tub, so that should stop the water draining out once we do it, although it's a bit dirty, so it probably needs changing anyway. So the next thing to do is going to be to separate the tub from the pump. So it's these three pipes that need doing. A little bit of water will come out, but that's fine. It's just what's inside the pump. Careful to not lose those black fasteners, or sort of rubber washers. And then we're separate. So here we are, it's upside down now. You could remove that if you needed to change the pump. It's a funny tool that you'd need for it. But then there's 1, 2, 3 screws. Takes the cage off. Then the next thing you do is undo that pipe there, connection. It's gone a bit floppy now because it's only been held on by this pipe onto this connection. You can actually pull the cage off. Careful of those 3 screws. So there's your 3 screws. There's 3 rubber mounts that they go through into the actual body onto some proper metal fixings. This is the next thing to undo. Now, I've been in this before, so it's already a bit loose, but it was quite tight, or quite stiff to begin with. Put a little bit of lubricant on that pipe just to make it easier to undo. Although it's gone quite stiff again now. That's just the plastic against the rubber. Okay, so that's undone. There's another rubber washer there just to be careful not to lose. But then that comes out, you need to sort of slide it down through this bigger gap at the bottom. It won't fit straight through there because the plastic's a bit too big to go through the hole. So that's the pump. All that does is just move the water round. Next thing you need to do on this pump is just being aware of those retaining nuts there. You just need to take those screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's a little bit more difficult to get to, but it's easy enough. They're not too tight. Just screws are now out. You can take that away. And what you see is you've got little rubber sort of pieces there, which are the same as the ones that we've been supplied with. And then you've got the impeller, which is sort of magnetised in. You can see one mine's gone bad. And there'll be another rubber right down in there that needs replacing as well, I guess. I think mine went noisy because this is kind of a bit out of shape. So it's got a little bit of water in it, it's rusted, blown it out slightly. I had put it onto a brass fitting, and that seems to have gone quite tight actually, so maybe my fitting wasn't a great replacement either. It kind of spins round on, which maybe didn't help matters. But anyway, there we go. So there's your old, there's your new, magnetised together, marvellous, brilliant. You see they're different. The blades are far sort of shorter, but we'll put it in, see what happens. Not quite easy actually. They look like they're okay. Maybe slightly stiff. And very similar to what's been supplied with the new one. Pop that on the bottom of the old one just so I know where it is. And then this will kind of magnetise its way in, so it's just a case of being careful to get the rubber in. Let's see if I can set the camera up to do that. Right, so in terms of doing this, let's see if this is going to work. You can see that the new one spins really easy on the shaft. Maybe the shaft I put in was a bit too stiff. But this kind of is going to jump into position, so it's going to be difficult to get it nice on the rod. I think what I'm going to do is take the top rubber off, take the impeller off, just use the shaft, which isn't magnetic. I don't know what it's made of, stainless steel I guess. Try and just get that rubber onto the bottom, which I've done really quite easily actually. We'll try then to pop this on, just be careful because it will jump into position. You can feel the pull of it. It sort of jumps into place. Pop this one into the top. It goes in nice and easy. It's just a case of getting the shaft to get right in there. So hopefully this will come up on the camera. There we go. Very easy. Okay, sort of feels a little bit long actually, but I guess the slack will be taken up as it's screwed down. So next job is to put some of these through. Locking bolts on the back. Locking nuts on the back and then screw it up. Don't go too tight immediately. I'll just get them all in and then tighten them all down. Right, so that's all done. They're all tightened up, not too tight because it's only plastic. You don't want to crack it. I think it must seal itself just by its own shape through the. You can see the shaft. I don't know if you can see the shaft or not. I can see the shaft and the impeller, which is obviously just going to here, through there, spin it round and blow it inside, and then take it onto the heater element. So next job is just to remount all of this inside. That's going to be dead easy. Make sure you pop it through the big gap. Rubber's on, So I'm going to tighten this up and then screw the cage back in. Okay, so that's nice and tight again. Make sure you do this one up to a good finger tight, otherwise it might leak. So now it's just a case of connecting him back up, seeing if it's made any difference. Fingers crossed. Truth. We'll set it up just as it was, so as I can take another sound reading and see if it's made the difference. It's a bit fiddly to put back on. There we go. First things first. Let's take those rubber covers off. Should fill the pump with water. Put the filter on so we're in exactly the same position we were before. That's on the bottom. Yeah, on the bottom. Okay. And we better put the lid back down, and then we'll be in exactly the same position we were at the start. Hot day, so it's filled with air, it's nice and full. And see if that's made the difference. Okay, so power it on. Wow. That's so much quieter. I'm not even sure that's working. It's so quiet. I'm guessing not. Just do the recirculation. No, it's not blowing anything. Okay, so take two. Not really sure what hadn't worked there. All I did was just take it apart and put it back together again. So, yeah, a bit confused by that one. Anyway, it sounds to my ear about the same as it did before, actually. So let's see if it makes a difference on the app that's measuring the sound.